What's going on, YouTube? What you doing? Bored? No problem. I come to provide information and entertainment just for you on one specific fragrance. And that fragrance that we're talking about today is from Mancera, a lesser known gem. We're talking about Wave Musk. Stay tuned. So, Wave Musk from Mancera, lesser known gem. Not everybody really talks about it. So let's get through this presentation real quick and we'll discuss this beautiful scent. So here is your standard gold Mancera box. You see Wave Musk and Mancera on the front. Batch code and information on the bottom. Nothing on the top. Sides are blank. And in the rear you have some more information about this fragrance. So no biggie there. Does come with the traditional gold Mancera box for this particular series. It is nice that they have these bags because when it comes to my Mancera fragrances, I do store them in the bag, in the box, but for right now, we're not worried about storing it. So on to these beautiful Mancera bottles. So these are very sturdy quality, very good build, thick glass base, screw top, which I absolutely love about these, metal cap. Does thread in. Love the way these atomizers look. Very good atomizer. Gets the job done. A little wide mist. Doesn't shoot too far. Oh, that smell. The presentations on these are beautiful. They stack great on the shelf. The hell, the boxes stack great on the shelf. Whichever way you choose to store your fragrances, they do well in that regard. But in my opinion, these are of some of the best bottles on the market, and for presentation I give this an 8 out of 10. Now let's talk about this scent. So Wave Musk was released in 2011. It's far from a new fragrance. It's classified as a woody aromatic. I'll put the notes right here for you if you want to check that out. But what do I get from it? So in the opening, it's a very grassy and citrusy blast in the opening. It's very, very fresh. I can still smell it linger in the air. This is not unique, but doesn't smell like everything else at the same time because of the grassiness in this. And it's a natural, fresh cut grass smell. A fresh cut bright green grass like a Bermuda or a centipede. Picture that. So, and you also get a lot of the sea notes, and it's a little aquatic with a mild sea salt. Now the sea salt that's in this fragrance is a very natural smelling sea salt. It's as weird as this is going to sound. Imagine stirring a bunch of cracked sea salt in some water. That's kind of the aquatic sea salt smell that you get. It's a very natural smell. It does not smell synthetic to my nose. So in the transition, it's still very green and fresh grassy type of scent. And it becomes a little white floral, and you get that light salt, and then the bitterness from the seaweed starts to creep in that transition. Once this opening kind of dies down after about 20 minutes, it starts to get into that transitional period, which lasts for quite a while between the opening and the dry down. And then once you get into the dry down, that seaweed really takes over. You get a very light, white, clean musk in the background, and it's got a very light wood as well. Let me put that right there. Bottom line, this thing smells great. Spring, summer, if I was to make a hot weather niche list that just goes across all hot weather, or a niche summer list, this would probably be #1 over Elysium, believe it or not, because of the freshness of this. Elysium's a lot more fruity, and no, I'm not saying this compares to Elysium, but I'm talking about as far as what I would put atop of a hot weather summer niche list. Something like this, it performs very, very well, which we'll get into in a moment, and the scent quality is beautiful. I know if you read some of the troll posts on Fragrantica, they say it smells too designer. I guess I can kind of come to understand where they're coming from with that, but I find it's actually got quite a natural smell. It's a light, salty, watery green grass smell, and it's beautiful. It really is. And when the seaweed comes in, it smells of real seaweed, like the seaweed wraps for sushi. It smells of that type of seaweed. Very authentic in my opinion. I think the scent on Wave Musk absolutely deserves an 8 out of 10. Is it a groundbreaking new DNA? No. Is it gorgeous, beautiful, compliment getting, and you're going to enjoy smelling it, and it's very refreshing? Absolutely it is. So in longevity, I did get every bit of 10 hours. That's where this blew me away. For as fresh as this is, it performs. It gets that legendary Mancera performance. This thing performs. It is citrusy, aquatic, marine, green grassy, light, airy, and ozonic. All of these qualities that scream weak performer or to moderate performer. And this is a very good performer. 10 hours, something like this, 9 out of 10. So in the projection category, it's not weak and it's not overly heavy. Obviously something like this isn't going to fill a room, but it's so light and airy, yet still maintains a certain density, as crazy and contradictory as that sounds, because close to the skin, it has a little bit of body, but it gets out into the air and it can really grab somebody. It's light enough to really just travel easily with the lightest of breezes or when you walk by. The last time I wore this, I did get 3 compliments on that day. That was when I was still at Toyota. So it goes a good arm's length, but it maintains that for such a long time. It's several, I mean, we're talking 5 hours into it, it's still easily, I got a strong, not strong, but a light scent bubble that's going out quite a ways to where you can detect it and pick it up. And then if I get out in the light breeze, that just extends the cloud around me. Especially if I'm standing upwind and you're downwind of me, you're going to smell me. So this gets a 7.5 out of 10 in projection. It's not a slouch, but it's not filling a room either. But overall, Wave Musk from Mancera is absolutely an 8 out of 10 fragrance. In my opinion, of course. I think this one's great. I think it's underrated. I think more people should give it a try. When you look at the note breakdown, I could see how some would find it underwhelming and say, oh, that's not worth spending the extra money. I'll just get a $30 or less cheap designer aquatic. You're shortchanging yourself. You're cutting yourself short. This is great. This is a banger. I know that word gets thrown around a lot, but this is a hot weather, high heat banger. This can go as casual as you would like, and you can even dress this one up a little bit. You can go into the Oxford territory with Wave Musk on a hot summer's day. This is going to be prime for situations like that. I'm talking tank top, hanging by the beach, whatever, by the pool, all the way to a nice white Oxford in an office setting. This will do the trick. Great fragrance in my opinion, one that gets overlooked and does not get enough limelight, really and truly. Kind of a hidden gem in a sense. So Wave Musk, it's absolutely worth trying. Let me get one more smell because it smells so good. Whew, the most authentic grass smell. And I know you hear grass and you're probably like, grass? Smells great. Give it a try. And until next time, do me a real quick favor. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Do appreciate all the feedback. I love hearing from you guys. How many of you have this? How many of you have tried it? Strongly suggest get your hands on a decant or a sample. Try it for yourself. This isn't going to overwhelm anyone, but it may underwhelm some. Just because I love it doesn't mean you will. But I will say, if you care about my opinion, it's worth a try. Get you a little decant or a sample and try it out. You might just want to get your hands on a full bottle, and you can get full bottles in that $65 to $80 range, 85-ish, online from discounters, places like that, Facebook groups, so on and so forth. It's absolutely worth a try. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on Wave Musk, give it a spray now. You're bound to thank me later. It smells great. Have a good one, guys. Catch you on the next one.